We've all been told that cancer is our body turning against us, a deadly mistake in our DNA. But what if that story is completely wrong? What if tumors aren't the enemy, but actually the body's way of protecting itself? It sounds absolutely crazy, but Dr. Tom Cowan offers a perspective that completely shifts the conventional view of cancer. A perspective that I really appreciate because it sees the body as intelligent, not broken. In this clip, he explains what a tumor really is and why he believes it's not a disease, but actually part of the body's healing process. Now, just to be clear, this video is not medical advice or cancer treatment recommendation. I'm simply sharing an alternative perspective that challenges the mainstream narrative and invites you to think differently about biology, disease, and how the body works.
Let's just imagine you have a homogeneous liver made of this organized water that you're talking about, and regularly it has to clean itself, right? Because every organ does. And so it does that by making compartments at the periphery to get rid of toxic stuff. And that happens all the time. And then you make a new liver, and then you get rid of it. And then you put more poisons into the liver, and it increases the amount of cells that it makes. And they're all misshapen and they have funny number of chromosomes, and they all have, it doesn't look like a normal cell. Now, we call that a tumor, but that's the same thing. Like if I dumped a whole bunch of garbage in your house, what would you do? Put it in bags, right? That's what your body does. You dump some garbage in your house, especially in the water, your body puts it in bags called tumors. The tumor is not a disease. That's the message here. The tumor is the therapy for dumping garbage in your house.
That's the key here. The tumor is the therapy. Our bodies are incredibly intelligent, far smarter than any oncologist or cancer researcher. Every symptom, every so-called illness, is an attempt to heal and restore balance. When you cut your finger, it swells and throbs, but we recognize that as part of the healing process. When you get the flu, your body uses mucus, sweat, and coughing to expel toxins. The same principle applies to nearly every other chronic or acute condition. Arthritis, allergies, skin issues, infections, diarrhea, fevers, inflammation, and even autoimmune disease. In almost every case, what we label as disease is simply the body's intelligent effort to detoxify, repair, and rebalance. Cancer, as Tom explains, works the same way. Your body forms a tumor on purpose to contain toxins or damaged tissue that it hasn't been able to eliminate.
Now, how do I know that? Because they say that the tumor is growing cells, right? When you look at these cells, they're not normal cells. They're all misshapen and got weird number of chromosomes, and they don't have boundaries like they're supposed to. If I told you, Shauna, I have this car, and I took it to the dump and I smashed it, and the steering wheel's in the back seat and the brakes lines are cut and it's all messed up. But believe me, it runs twice as fast as a normal car. You would say, I don't think I believe you. But they just told you, you got this cell. It doesn't work right. It's got weird boundaries, misshapen. But trust me, it grows twice as fast as a normal cell. I don't buy it. And then they say that this cell swims through the blood and goes from your breast to your liver. Just like if you put garbage in your house, you put it in the basement, right? And then you put it in the garage, and then you put it in the spare bedroom, and then you put it in the kitchen, and then you put it in the bedroom, and then you have to move because your house is full of garbage. It doesn't swim or crawl from your basement to your bedroom any more than the tumor crawls from your breast to your liver, called a so-called metastasis. And how do I know that? You go to the doctor, he says, you got a tumor in your breast. If you don't take it out, it's going to spread to your liver. How does it get there? It goes through the bloodstream. Can you show it to me in the bloodstream? No. Why not? Because we can't find it in the bloodstream. Well, how do you know it's there? Well, how else did it get from the breast to the liver? Right.
It's the lymph.
Yeah, the lymph. So show it to me in the lymph. They can't find it in the lymph. So how do they know that? My point is, that is a theory and it's disproven.
Conventional medicine claims these abnormal cells divide uncontrollably and spread through the body. But what's really happening here may be much simpler and much smarter. I think what Tom is saying here is that the so-called tumor growth could just be the body isolating more toxins in different areas, a storage mechanism, not a fast-spreading malfunction. If cancer truly migrated through the bloodstream, we'd see it everywhere along the way, yet almost no one develops heart cancer. Here's an example. If breast cancer cells could travel through the blood to reach the brain, which traditional medicine often claims it does, they'd pass right through the heart first. The heart should be one of the most common sites of metastases and tumor growth, but it almost never is. So maybe what we call spreading is really new sites of toxicity where the body is forced to store more waste.
And yet they take your breast off, they take your prostate off, they poison growing cells with toxic stuff to keep the cells from growing. And there's no way those cells can grow. No way. They're just bags of poison. And here's the take-home message. That bag of poison is your body's wise therapeutic attempt to keep it out of your general circulation and general life.
Yeah.
Just like you put garbage in your house, you don't just leave it around your house. You put it in bags, you put it in a curb, you put it in cans, you take it out to the curb. And the reason this is so important is every therapy that's ever worked, Gerson therapy, fasting, coffee enemas, don't eat any sugar, all that stuff works because it stops poisoning the person and they can take the garbage out faster.
We're exposed to more toxins today than at any point in our past. Vaccines, pharmaceuticals, fluoride, heavy metals, poison in our air, in our water, pesticides, processed food, chronic stress, and even toxic thoughts and emotions. Our bodies are doing our absolute best to adapt to this constant chemical assault, and that's why cancer rates keep rising. Conventional treatments have a terrible track record, and it's no mystery why. They treat the tumor as a malfunction, not a healing response. They cut it out, burn it, or poison it, but the tumor is actually what's keeping you alive. As Tom says, every effective therapy, whether it's fasting, coffee enemas, the Gerson protocol, detoxification, clean nutrition, and others, all work because they reduce the toxin load coming in and support the body's ability to release what's already there. Whether you agree with this perspective or not, it challenges us to see disease differently, not as a failure, but as an intelligent response. Maybe your body isn't broken. Maybe it's doing exactly what it was designed to do, to heal and protect you. If you like this perspective as much as I do, I recommend reading Dr. Tom Cowan's book, Cancer in the New Biology of Water, and Andreas Morti's book, Cancer is Not a Disease, It's a Healing Mechanism. Both expand on this idea about cancer and how the body is never fighting itself or malfunctioning, but working to survive and heal. So before cutting, burning, or suppressing, pause and ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Why is it creating these symptoms? Again, none of this is medical advice or cancer treatment recommendation, just a unique perspective meant to inspire critical thinking and deeper understanding. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep questioning, keep learning, and trust the intelligence of your own biology.